That's interesting. Do you think that that has a big kind of play? Because I know the last couple cryptos we've looked at, you've been like just meh. Um,
I think if we look back through all of our RV sessions and did a comparison, I think you would probably see some correlation between our RV data and if we like it or not.
Interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
I think very good. Thanks.
I think some of us tend to come in with a little bit of a skew, positive skew, because we know it's a crypto, and we kind of assume, oh, they're going to give us one that's pretty good that they like. And Daz doesn't approach it that way. Daz is never afraid to say, this is a dog. I really don't like this. So when Daz calls targets, when Daz calls target and has positive, I would take that. I would give that more weight as a remote viewing data personally. So
Yeah, because it's not always the case. You're not always like, oh, this is great. I love it. You're like, a lot of them,
good,
I always like your little
good,
smiley face at the end because
good,
sometimes.
good
Yeah.
job, Daz. Good one.
I, I did this. We had a little bit of feedback. We knew it was Cardano. The price has been down. Everything's been down. So I went out and bought a whole bunch more.
Good job.
Nice to know. Yeah, no, so great job.
Overall, pretty interesting. I don't know. I don't, like I say, I don't know too much about Cardano. I don't know what they're doing as far as platforms or Dubai connections. So it'll be interesting to look that up.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious myself. I was working on the previous analysis, so I haven't had time to like kind of get into the weeds on this one. I did see a little bit of news coverage as far as your topic of relating it to hype. There was like, hey, it's gonna be, doing a thing. So I do think there is a little bit of that kind of going on in the media right now, but I'm gonna be curious to see if I can find any of that kind of platform migration or any of that kind of stuff, because that does definitely sound interesting.
They
Yeah, I'm going to
have
look it
done
up myself.
they have done a deal with the Dubai police in March to use Cardano to share all their investigation files, and
Wow.
they also have a big summit that's happening in this year, and that's in Dubai as well.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. I think they got a future ahead of them, that Cardano.
Is this one that you're a fan of or know a lot about?
I know about it. I don't own any. Um, I think was an Ethereum, or the guy who created it used to be a part of Ethereum or something like that.
Right. Yeah, I think it was one of the
Um,
co-founders of Ethereum.
yeah, so it has a lot of like weight behind it. A lot of people are really into Cardano. Um, I know a little bit about it. I don't have any though, but maybe after the data that's coming here, maybe I should pick some up.
Yeah, we'll have to see what it does.
Let me share one more thing. Daz had the bingo on this one so far. Uh, I did get the guy Hoskins, and I just looked. I drew code and said there was something with the code. 11 hours ago, they were posting about a some change of their code that was making news. So that was not bad. I have some Cardano. I like it. ADA.
I liked that. I thought that sort of the two thing that you said in there was very similar. You said, Sean, you said you had a similar graphic, and then I think that also kind of correlates with what we just saw in Naeem's session. So I'm going to be curious to kind of pick your guys' data apart because I think there's going to be some similar visual styles and things going on in there. So I think that's really interesting.
Right.
You had a pretty big drop there toward the end of year too. So
Some
I'm
volatility.
yeah, there's just volatility in the markets. Yeah. I think you and Sean might have been on the same wavelength because I took a peek at Sean's session. I'm like, hey, some of this looks familiar. So I think you guys might have been on a little bit on the same page. So overall, your sentiments, Derek, on Cardano. Got any thoughts, feelings?
Yeah, it feels solid. I think it's got a lot of potential. There's growth potential. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think there's a number of, just looking at everybody else's targets and listening to the feedback. They have done some teaming up with some of the other platforms, and I think it adds strength to the target data from the rest of the team. So overall, good feeling.
Well, I'm curious. So, you know, we saw in Derek's session that he was really focused a lot on the gaming situation. So, do you think you were maybe like kind of looking at video game type things, or did it feel like more of like this soulless manufacturing of automated, you know, modern business type stuff?
Yeah, it didn't feel like gaming at all. It felt like I said, when I'm doing these sessions, I seem to have trained my subconscious to go after the teams, the people, the deals they're making, the intentions they have. And I don't know if this is like the future that this, I don't know, but it did not feel like a game at all. It felt mechanical, artificial.
I did think it was interesting back to that basic shape that I'm starting. This is the first time I'm really kind of looking at all of your guys' data. When you've got those little assembly line tracks with the boxes moving over, that's the same shape that we saw in Naeem's session with the circles and then the connecting. So we're seeing some similar visual stuff, which I think is interesting.
Mhm.
That's just coming through in
It
a
is
very
interesting.
different form with your session, but yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I'd be hoping that I was way off, but I'm seeing elements that are pulling from other people's data as well. So
Yeah. So there's
I might have been
definitely
getting
something going on in there.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is relevant, guys, but they do have this, which is quite funny. I just found Cardano robots. It's a set of NFT robots collectible on the Cardano blockchain.
Oh, I like it.
That looks very playful.
Not what you
Like
saw.
Yours was scarier.
But it didn't feel playful. Like I said, when I sketched that guy, he had a smile, but it wasn't, there was no genuine happiness behind it. It was like, it was bad.
That's
So
what I like about your
Cardano,
sessions, Sean. All of your people are always so darn happy. They've got these little smiles and
Yeah.
grins. They're always so happy.
Even the
Cardano,
robots that want to kill you.
Cardano is being used with artificial intelligence modules for a humanoid robot project. So they are in that space.
Must be why I was picking that up then.
So I would say
Don't
you're
people
on a
watch
very
Battlestar Galactica? This is how you get Cylons, people. You know?
But it's not like a Data or a Bender or who's the guy from the Orville? It was Malevolent.